guys, Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So yesterday we showed off the EZA Tech Thick BUU on a standard event, and I said in that video that I was planning to do this anyway, but somebody did actually ask in the comments if we could go ahead and show this guy off in Extreme Super Battle Road. And like I said, I was planning to do it. I mentioned in the video yesterday that this is a stage that I know people are still having trouble with. It's one of the harder ones, I think, just because there are certain units that make this event a lot easier. And if you don't have them, it's definitely a lot more difficult. So units like Raditz, LR Broly, I guess some people potentially don't even have like Tech Golden Frieza. So it can be very difficult. And of course, the reason why Buff BUU seems like he could be an interesting addition is obviously he raises his defense when he super attacks, which is good. He does have 100% defense as long as we have full health, and then obviously depending on our HP he's going to have slightly lower defense, but as long as we are above 80% HP he gets 20% damage reduction and heals 5% HP at the end of the turn. So I think his best link partner on this team is actually, wow, his best link partner is this Cell. And you can see that they don't exactly have a lot of links. Because the biggest problem is for Extreme Tech, the only other BUU unit that we have available on Global is the Tech Super BUU. But he's another one of those units that is super old. He's only got 82k defense. I'm going to use an item here straight away. Yeah, the Tech Super BUU, he's super old. His passive is literally just you heal based on the damage you do, and that's it. He has no like attack and defense or anything like that as part of his passive. So he's a unit that absolutely needs an EZA to be relevant. He wasn't even ever that good on the OG Super Battle Road. Okay, 16k with a Whis active. That's actually not too bad at all, all things considered. And we still managed to hit for over 1 million damage as well. We took out half of Shugesh's HP. Not too shabby. Yeah, so his best defense, his best link partner for us at the moment is going to be this Cell, which of course does help out for his overall performance because Cell is the 50% support unit. So again, the Cell is another one of those units that I see a lot of people in the comments for like the Extreme Tech videos that I've done saying that they don't have the Cell. And I think like the 50% support units are not units that are absolutely necessary to have, but obviously it is definitely harder without them, because whilst they themselves are not necessarily the best or like hardest hitting units that you can bring on the team, especially at like 55%, the fact is that they're just giving everybody else such a huge boost. So obviously you get turns where if that Cell comes into the third slot and you've got like Tech Broly on rotation, then yeah, obviously he's going to be putting out so much extra damage that it's really going to make a difference and potentially carry you through. So Extreme Tech, definitely one of the ones that is a little bit limited. Now in November, when we get the thank you celebration, that's when we'll be getting the Dual Dokkan Fest with the Int Gotenks and the Tech Exchange BUU. So then of course Tech Exchange BUU will become the best Extreme Tech link partner for this thick BUU. They'll work together incredibly well. But of course, for global players, it's quite interesting because the Tech BUU, I feel like the value for him has gone down tremendously because of just the sheer existence of the physical LR BUU tanks. Like, if you're somebody who managed to pull the LR BUU tanks, I honestly would probably advise that when that thank you celebration comes along, that you summon for Gotenks. And then obviously if you get Gotenks very quickly, then obviously you can decide how you want to proceed from there. But you want to prioritize Gotenks because you don't really need the Exchange BUU. Like, obviously you don't ever need any unit, but he leads the Margin Power category and is technically the first Dokkan Fest unit that leads Artificial Life Forms. But The LR BUU tanks obviously has the margin power and power absorbed category, which has a lot of crossover with artificial life forms. Artificial life forms is one of those weird categories. It has a lot of crossover with like androids, the power absorption. There's a few like other categories that you can technically run where you can just run most of the artificial life form units anyway. So yeah, and obviously Gotenks is a very, very good unit, whereas a lot of people are kind of mixed, shall we say, on Exchange BUU. So he's probably not as valuable. Well, I would say definitely not, but even depending on if you like the Exchange BUU, I think it's fairly easy to say he's not as valuable overall as the Gotenks is. So it does leave that buff BUU in a pretty weird situation when it comes to Extreme Tech, because it's just very difficult to have a good link partner for him. But, you know, we're going to make the most of it. We've got him linked up with that cell. If you don't have the cell, then obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult to have a solid link partner for him. But even saying that, like I showed in the previous turn, because we don't have big bad bosses at level 10 to be automatically activated regardless of our HP, he's only getting 2 links activated from that cell anyway. So think about that when he's the best link partner that I could use on the box that I have, and it's only like 2 links. I mean, like I said, it would be 3 if we had big bad bosses at level 10. Now, obviously, that would make a huge difference. With the link update, big bad bosses is essentially the best link in the game. Any units that have it just obviously have such a huge boost automatically. So it really does make a lot of difference. But what links does he get from? He gets Fierce Battle. Big Bad Bosses is active now. Yes, he only gets Fierce Battle from Frieza. So having a unit with Fierce Battle obviously gives him that extra link in the 3rd slot, but that's basically it. So I guess since there's multiple attacks coming in every slot, it doesn't really matter which one we put the cell in. So we'll put cell first, attack lower Gotenks, and then I guess to be fair, we might as well just all attack Gotenks. So we'll do this. We don't have our damage mitigation because we started the turn under 80% HP. I do feel like that is a bit of an issue for this BUU, definitely. 80% is quite a harsh restriction, especially for something like Super Battle Road. Yeah, because I think even if we use an Android 8, because we need the heal, then we potentially get annihilated by a super attack. And if we just use the Whis, I still feel like a super attack could be bad. So we'll go ahead and try it like this. Oh god, yeah, see, Cell's still taking 100k from a normal attack with an Android 8 active. That's pretty scary. At least we attack lower Gotenks, pretty much cut his damage in half. Buff BUU, of course, at least he raises his defense when he super attacks. And then he's going to get supered. So unfortunately, the Android 8 not going to do a huge amount to protect us, and we die. So yeah, Buff BUU. All right, let's jump back in. Okay, so we're back at the second fight again. We've got Piccolo and Gotenks again. I actually got a lot luckier with this run. We got some very good RNG, so I got to this second fight a lot quicker. Okay, yeah, we definitely don't want you in the 3rd slot if there's going to be all those attacks. So we're going to start off with the same strategy here. So we're going to lower Gotenks' attack. Now, fortunately, we came into this fight with basically full health. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to use a Whis straight away. Because we want to maintain this reasonable level of HP that we have here. So we're just going to focus everyone on Gotenks again, and then we'll see. Hopefully, with a Whis active, and then the fact that he gets to super attack first, we should see some actual good defending here from the thick BUU. I mean, 2.6 on the attack. Not terrible, considering we're under double 120 leads on this team. And then, yeah, he takes double digits. Super attack, what's this going to do? We raised our defense, and we have a Whis active. 49k, that's actually not too bad. I mean, he had a higher attack stat than Frieza. I mean, let's be fair, Frieza is primarily a defensive unit. He gets that attack buff if you're under 50% HP. But, I mean, hey, with not a lot of links active, hitting the higher attack stat than Frieza, who of course, remember, himself is an EZA unit, so not too bad overall, I would say. And then we've got... oh, this is perfect, because we can stun... do I want to go for... will Broly kill Gotenks just with 2 supers? Because I could stun... I could stun Piccolo here, because we do get the potential for the 2-turn stun if we do that. Yeah, let's do that. Then we'll get Broly to go in on Gotenks here. If we're lucky... he just takes out Gotenks by himself, which would be really good. Yeah, we don't get the super for Cell. That's actually quite unfortunate. Especially if Broly doesn't take him out. Yeah, Cell gets extra key from Rainbow Orbs, but I think it's only 1, so not enough to get the super. We have the Whis active, though, so we should be okay. Maybe Cell can come through and get the clutch additional for us at the end. That would be good. But obviously Raditz very, very strong defensively as well when there's multiple opponents, gets the guaranteed stun, at least for the 1 turn, and then he's one of those units that we won't know whether his the stun effect from his super attack went off, which is actually the 2-turn stun, so we'll see at the start of the next turn. Broly, unfortunately, even with the extra additional, not quite able to get the job done, but because we have a Whis active, only took 17k, which isn't too bad. And Piccolo is still stunned, so that works out perfectly. So, yeah, Thick Boo obviously has a lot more defense than Cell. So we're going to have to go ahead and do this. Now, if Gotenks super attacks in slot 1, that's going to be incredibly annoying. Hopefully he won't. Because ideally I would like to not use another item here. Although I guess... yeah, let's go ahead and use an Android 8. What does that put our BUU defense up to? 100k. Not too bad. I'm very concerned about Gotenks super attacking in slot 1. We all know what Super Battle Road is like when a unit's nearly dead. And there you go. So the heal definitely necessary. This is going to do a lot of damage, yeah, because the Android 8, unfortunately, doesn't really protect you from super attacks. But Buff Boo, yeah, takes out Gotenks. So now we can attack lower Piccolo, who fortunately is still sealed for the duration of the turn. Oof. It's a little bit sketchy though, unfortunately, because the Android 8 pretty much cancelled out by that super attack, because now we are going to be on pretty low HP again. Okay. Yeah, I think... we might have to put... well, I guess we could do this and hope that Raditz gets the stun. Because if Raditz doesn't stun with his normal super attack effect here, then we could be in trouble. Because it's a tough one. Because if I don't use an item here and he super attacks in slot 1 before we get to attack, then we just die. But I don't really like using more items than is quote-unquote necessary. But then I guess at the same time, this video isn't about like completing the Extreme Super Battle Road stage. It's about showing off the Tech Boo, which, I mean, at this point we have already done that, I think, to a pretty significant degree. Yes, he doesn't get the stun, and we get super attacked. Are we going to die again? 149. Alright, well, at least the normal attacks, not so much. So, Broly potentially finishes him off here. Obviously getting the huge buff from the active skill. Yeah, see, the problem that we're going to face is that we're getting close to the Dokkan attack, but it's not like, yeah, we're not going to get it within the next, like, even 2 turns. And we really are going to be relying on that for a big heal here. So, yeah, it's a tricky one. Big Bad Bosses is active now, though. So, what is our defense? 87k. What links does he share? It's just Big Bad Bosses and Fierce Battle. Yeah, see, they at least have a couple of extra ones. Doesn't really do much for his defense, though. Alright, so... well, the cell in the middle is only being attacked by Vegeta, so I guess if we attack lower him, could be okay. I'm going to have to try and just pick up as many same type orbs as we can. Let's go ahead and use a Whis here. If we can get by this fight with only using a Whis, then we should be in a pretty decent position, but I'm not too sure. Plus, Cell at the end of the turn is obviously going to give us the heal, but yeah, it's definitely not the most ideal scenario. Yeah, Buff Boo taking 35k. So without his damage reduction, even with a Whis active, he takes 35k from a normal attack before he supers. And then it only drops down to 25 afterwards. Oof. So yeah, pretty sure Cell just gets killed here by Vegeta. Yeah. So I could hop back in again, but I think we have shown what he can do. Like, Extreme Tech, like I said at the very start, is definitely one of the harder stages. Like, if we have a look even at my box here, yeah, like, it's hard enough to find. Oh, we actually did find another one. I found it really difficult to find Golden Frieza friends earlier. So this is the team that I ran the last time I beat the stage, because I did that challenge from Nolar to use Marseillan. So I just took him out and put him in. But if we, let's just take you out so we can highlight everybody. Like, as you can see here, this Tech Boo, he's like I said, the only other like Boo unit on Extreme Tech. Does supreme damage with a rare chance to stun, which is not bad. But then yeah, that's it for his passive. So he will get absolutely destroyed, and there's no point bringing a unit that heals you. Like, he'll do what? I mean, we'll be lucky if he even hits for like 1 million. So 30% will be healing, like, so let's say he hits for, I don't know, 500k. Right, so he'll heal like what, 150k, and then he'll get hit for like 100k on normals easily. So yeah, he's a huge liability. And then yeah, just looking down through Extreme Tech, I mean, this guy's free to play, so yeah, he's not going to be very good. And then Janembu, I think, had some okay links with him, but again, Janembu, another old unit, doesn't have an awakening. So unfortunately for the Tech Boo, as we saw from yesterday's showcase, he can be very good on a team that works well around him, like other Majin Buu units that can really take advantage of like his link set. But on Extreme Tech, he really doesn't fit super well. Maybe I'll revisit this when the Exchange Buu comes out, because then obviously that's going to help out quite a lot for this guy. But yeah, as it stands at the moment, unfortunately, for those of you out there who may have been hoping that that would be the case, he is not, unfortunately, coming in as a Extreme Super Battle Road like key unit for anyone who was struggling with the Extreme Tech stage, unfortunately. So let me know what you guys think. Have you taken him into Extreme Super Battle Road yourself? I would imagine your experience was very similar to mine. It's just one of those things. The stage is so difficult. You want to be bringing as many units as possible who are actually going to be like very useful. And whilst this guy does have his merits for sure, I think Extreme Tech, Extreme Super Battle Road is not his place to shine. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description as well, and feel free to join in the fun over there. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.